Was it wonderful, friend?
It was so amazing. It was a heat wave. So the first day we got there, now I remember we coming from Scotland and we get there and it's 34 degrees. We almost
Oh,
died.
wow. But your
The sea
photos
was
were amazing. I just kept thinking, like, this is why we do it. This is why we do
yeah.
it. Welcome back to Pen and Prosper. We are switching things up from now on because our podcast is focused on my six-figure author coaching. We are going to lean hard into that. And I do think it is the reason that most of you are here. So welcome to Pen and Prosper, a podcast where JT Lawrence, who is already a mid six-figure author, is coaching me to be a six-figure author in her footsteps. So welcome back, JT.
Thank you. How did that feel saying that, Delport?
I mean, imposter syndrome, huh?
Yeah, yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. It's all
Okay.
part of the process.
We have had a few weeks sabbatical while you were traveling and beautiful holiday in Sardinia. You were in London, which we're going to talk about in our next episode. Today, we're just going to catch up. We are very, very grateful today to celebrate six paid subs.
Six.
It's
Amazing.
jumped up and it's jumped up
Yeah.
over the past few weeks, but because we batch filmed prior to your travels, we
Mm.
obviously didn't get to thank those people. So we would like to say a huge thank you today to Vicky Tait, Monique Thatcher, Kimberly Gralnick, Jenn Mitchell, Connie Cisco, and Sheena Cundy. And we are so, so grateful to you for
Thanks,
yeah, for
guys.
supporting us. It's so wonderful. And then JT, do you want to tell everyone how they can support us if they would like to?
Yes. So one of the things that was suggested to me at the conference was that we start up front in the pod just saying if you'd like to support us, then this is how you do it. Because a lot of people are like, I don't know how to support you. Like, do you have a Patreon? You know, like there's so many different ways to support a podcast. So how do we do it? So at the moment, our YouTube isn't monetized yet. We're trying to get as many subscribers as possible on YouTube. And then the paid way to support us is on Substack. You can take a paid membership, or give like a once-off thing like Jen did. She was like a founding member. You can give a once-off amount and then not worry about it. Yeah, that's really great.
But just because this is such a journey and it is such like a dynamic process, I do think it's cool to tell people. So at the moment we're up to 122 subscribers on
Yeah,
YouTube. And to
yes.
monetize that, we need to get to
So the first tier of monetization is to 500 subscribers.
okay. So
So
that's our
that
first goal.
allows, yeah, that allows you to have basically patrons on YouTube. So you can have
Oh,
members, paying
okay.
members on YouTube.
Okay.
Then the next tier is a lot harder to get to, but that's when you can get paid for ads.
Yes, yes, where Google puts their money where their mouth is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are aiming for 500. We are at 122, and I think we can update that every couple of episodes. We will let people
Yeah.
know how we're
Yeah.
doing. Okay, I would also like to give a special, special shout out to Italy.
No, ciao
Italy!
Bella.
I'm getting a flag. I'm getting a flag. I'm going to put a flag behind me. Italy has just been so wonderful.
Yeah.
I was
That makes
telling
me
you
so
before.
happy.
I was saying before the intro, like I thought, let me just randomly throw an ad on the Clock Keeper. It's a standalone. It's not even 100,000 words, and I was like, what are the chances? And day two, the ad started making me money. I cannot believe that.
Amazing.
I can't believe it. Italy is just wonderful. It is the most wonderful place in the whole wide world.
Amazing. Can I tell you how many people were reading on the beach when we were there? Like so many people,
Really?
much more than I've seen before in other countries. So I think they
Oh
are a
wow!
community that loves to read.
Did you see I passed you for a brief few days? I think you were resting on your laurels on holiday. And I was like, oh, it's number one, and you were number two. And I was like, oh, the student
Oh,
becomes the master in Italy. Then you came past me. And now Jennifer Armentrout has come past both of us.
oh, Jennifer,
And
honestly.
how dare she? So yeah, so while I wanted to ask you while you were on holiday, did you manage to check your ads? Did you find that your sales dipped? I'm interested to know if when you take your foot off the gas,
Mm.
do things slide or is it holding steady? What kind of happened? I don't know if you've had time to look. You only got back yesterday.
Yeah, so I did check my ROI every day, even on holiday. Like I was so good at not working. I had like whole days where I didn't open my laptop. That was great. I just quickly looked on my phone while I was waiting for something or whatever. So that was really good. But I did check my ROI every day. Now I unfortunately I have a double whammy this month in a bad way because I was on holiday not creating new ads and not checking on ads, which is always bad. Also, I have to reduce my ad spend by huge amounts because I owe Muanic Press that
Your
$16,000.
final, yes, dollars, yes, which is
Yeah.
huge.
And that is basically at the end of August. So I need to start cutting now so that I can have that money available because as you know, my cash flow is always a problem. It's always a
Ah,
pain point in
yes.
my business. So to get to 16,000, it's like it's going to be hard. My sales are going to dip. Everything is going to go down for the next two
Okay.
months. I've prepared myself. I've prepared the family because we used to be going
Yeah.
on and celebrating 10 million page feeds a month. And it's like such a big thing.
Yes,
And
yes.
I've just told them I'm not going to be making dolphin this month. I'm not going to be making dolphin next month. My only concern, obviously, is momentum. It's so hard to get momentum going. But I did have a talking to myself because there's no point in worrying about it. It's not
No,
going to help. So I'm going to do what I have to do and then get back on the horse and just try and get that momentum going again.
and you
And
will, because the thing is, you are so, um, that foot is so flat on the gas.
yeah, yeah,
So I have no doubt that you will get it back quickly. That is what you're passionate about. That is what you wake up in the morning and
yeah,
want to do first,
yeah,
So,
exactly.
so you're going to be
And
fine.
there are other ways. This is good, going to be good because it's going to teach me to try and find other ways, not paid ways, to
Yes.
market my books, right? So I really have to lean into TikTok slides. Like
Yes.
this month is going to be my TikTok slides month because I have to drive sales in a
Somehow,
different way.
yes.
Because my ad budget, I think it's basically like a quarter of what it usually is. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's going to be terrible.
It breaks my heart because I'm really good at TikTok slides, but TikTok shows them to nobody that I need it to see. So it's that is the
Yeah,
most frustrating thing with TikTok because TikTok is like
yeah,
something I can do, but I just
yes,
don't reach that massive market. I mean, thank goodness for South African Book Talk. They are amazing, but yeah, I would love to reach like
yes.
American Book Talk. Yeah.
But Delport, have you looked into doing the whole SIM card thing? Because that's what all
No,
Bobby
I
Tim's.
did, but it doesn't work anymore. So I have an American SIM card and I was doing American and I could see straight away when I logged on, oh wow, I'm in a completely different place and but it
Okay.
stopped working and they cottoned on. Rachel was actually telling me, she's like, so that doesn't work anymore. That's why we
Oh
shifted
no,
gear. We pivoted and went back to, okay, well, let's reach the book talk we can reach, which is SA
ideal.
Book Talk, which is a beautiful community. It's just smaller. Anyway, we work with what we have. It is what it is.
I just
Yeah.
wonder if it's worth it because you're so good at TikTok. I wonder if it's worth like trying to find another way to reach the US
I
market. I think it'll be
know,
worth
I
it for you.
know.
I think that should
Um,
go on your list as something
yes,
because it just suits
important.
and not only does like making the material suit you, but it suits your budget
Yeah,
and you're going to be writing romantasy and you
yeah.
have to be on TikTok.
I think romance, all genres of romance, does really, really
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Wish I could break through that barrier.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway, you're gonna take one of my spices, and then you're gonna post the stuff that I make for it on yours, which at least UK is better.
UK is
See,
better.
to
Yeah,
see
but
how I'm manifesting
you
that like so
can
easily, like just since you see what I did there.
can I first
Speaking
draft.
of, let us talk about that. Actually, before we get to that,
Yes.
I just want to
Yes.
mention two things that I learned.
Okay.
Oh, and one thing that I wanted to ask you, have you done your bio on Amazon in other languages?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So do you know what? I did mine last night. It took me 2 seconds. I literally
Okay.
took my English bio, snacked it into chat, pulled it out because I noticed when I was looking on the in the foreign markets, all the authors that I was clicking on, like in the tops, and it just looks really streamlined when it rolls down all in German and then the bio is in German and it carries on. Whereas I
Yes.
noticed mine, I was like, oh, I haven't done that yet. I had done it in Italy, but not in Germany or
Yes.
France. It
Okay,
was
thank
super
you.
quick, super, super quick.
And something
Um,
else then to keep in mind, if you are going big on translations like we are, it's probably worth translating all your A plus contents
I
because
don't have
your
A plus content. I didn't even know A plus content was a thing until Rachel sent me a spreadsheet to work off, and the one column was A plus content. And I went and Googled what is A plus content, and then I found it, and then I went and looked
okay,
at like all your stuff as I stalk, and I was like, this looks amazing, and so it's on my list. Like, get that up. I think
yes.
I mentioned it to you. Like that sounds like something a PA should be doing for me.
Yeah, it's definitely something a PA can do for you.
Can do, yeah.
But imagine how you'd stand out in, like, let's say the Italian store if you had A plus content and a great Italian bio. I mean, it's really
Yeah.
it's a good way
Yeah.
make a mark, right?
Yes, I need to prioritize that for next week, A plus content, because I
Okay.
have made a massive shift. Big news. I have taken audio off the table.
Have you?
Mm. So I've done 11 Reader and I'm leaving it there.
Okay.
I did one audiobook through 11 Labs.
Mm-hmm.
It is the most time consuming thing I have ever
Oh,
done.
is it? Is it?
No, it's because you allocate different voices for different
Oh God, yeah.
characters and then it doesn't pick them all up. And then, you know how true it is, Rachel sent me a thing that it looks like YouTube might be taking AI content off. Which
What?
means that what's the point of making these books? Okay, yes, it's for Spotify, that's great. But I was going to do Spotify, YouTube, remember?
How likely do you think that is, though? Look,
I'm not
time
sure, but
investment aside.
I don't know. Look, apparently they're going to make an announcement soon. I mean, I don't know. Even if they keep it up though, at the bottom line is that that's not revenue generating for me.
Okay.
And potentially won't be for a while. If I was going to drive traffic to YouTube, I feel like driving it
Different.
here
Yes.
would be better
Yes.
to the pod.
Yeah.
I'm just audiobooks are not making me money. Um, and so I'm going to lean more into the translations, Facebook ads, and getting new series up. And that's
Yeah.
gonna be
And
my
when you're
thing.
making more money, you can maybe have a human narration, and then
Yes,
that will, yeah, yeah. Because
exactly.
I don't think you should take audio off the table, like full
No, no, no,
stop.
sorry, taking it off for right now. It's not in this quarter,
Yes.
if I can say that.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. And also the time investment, it just doesn't sound like it's worthwhile, to be honest. Like I would
no,
never
not
do
when
that. I'd
I'm
never sit and do the different voices and like I just no, can't.
yeah. And I'd rather take that time and put it into finishing my new series, you know?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, industry news, so YouTube's announcement, which we obviously will keep people posted, but the other one was Scribe Shadow has introduced all the LLMs. So it's not
Yes, we're gonna
just
talk about
one
that.
now. There's
Yeah.
all these things you have to choose
Yes.
from. So I don't know
Yes.
if you know more about it. We should probably have Coach Mark on here giving us the
Yeah.
speech. But a huge part of our thing, right, is telling people to do translation. So do you want to
Exactly.
talk into that, or are
No,
people
because
just going to figure it out?
I
Don't know.
was I was on holiday when this all happened, so I don't know
Okay.
enough about it.
Okay.
My little WhatsApp group has been speaking about it a lot, but there's no clear. I don't think there's any
God.
clear definition. Yeah.
So Scribe Shadow are recommending for each different language. They actually recommend this is what we recommend for this one. This is what we recommend
Yes.
for that one. So I mean, there's
Okay.
that. But I think for that we should just direct people to go to the group, the Scribe
Yes, the group.
Shadow group,
Definitely. Yeah.
and go and see what everybody else is doing.
Before we carry
Yes.
on, Delport, do you want to just tell people how your 11 reader things are going? Because it's still
Hmm.
quite new to a lot of people. A lot of people don't know about it.
I've just been put today on the weekly featured, which I thought was, I didn't even know that was a thing. I
Oh,
went
that's
onto
awesome.
the app on my phone and I saw weekly recommended or featured, and I was like, oh wait, that's me. So I have made, so I have made on 11 Reader $64.90.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I've got 390 total users, 59 total engaged users. I mean, that's money that I never had, right?
Yeah.
I still think that 11 Reader is going to I don't know. I just feel like it's going to boom. I also think it's really good if you are going to use 11 Reader, short stories, that's what's actually featured.
Okay.
And you keep saying that.
Yeah.
And also to not put them all up at once. Because
Yes.
when you put one up, you're in that new list feature. And then, so I would
Yes.
say to anyone who wants to do that, get all your stuff and put it up maybe one a week. Mm.
That's one of the reasons I want a PA to do it for me because if I have
Yes.
to batch that, I don't want to sit and put up one every day. I've got 72 short stories.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a PA job.
Yes. So I've already done most of mine. I've only got about five left. So that's a Melissa
Really
job.
well done. Well done.
But yeah, I still feel like there's money coming for I think I'm gonna make some money there. I think it's gonna be
Excellent.
yeah, and I think short form content is very good there. If I had more time, I'd write loads of short stories and link them up
Yeah.
there. This is money for
And
jam. It costs you nothing. There's no time
exactly,
investment. There's other than the
exactly.
writing, you're golden.
And do you know that that spoken app that we've been talking about before?
Yes.
Their
Yeah.
free beta thing is ending on the 22nd of July.
Oh
Today's the 11th of
wow.
July. So if anyone
Oh
wants to take
no.
advantage of that free thing, they must do it in the next 10
Does this
days.
mean we won't be able to upload or we won't be able to like
You will be able to upload, but it's basically free. It's free. It's free digital
yes.
narration up
Okay.
until seconds. So if anyone wants to do that.
Okay. I think
And
I
then it's
need to
available
maybe.
there for people to
Yes, to listen to.
listen to and to
Okay.
buy in the future, and it will be monetized in the future. Spoken Press here.
Yeah,
Some
spoken
people
press.
who don't know about it, yeah, spokenpress.io, I think. But if you just Google Spoken Press, you'll find it.
I want to ask you about your Amazon ads. I went back and watched a few of our episodes, and we had spoken about Amazon ads, and you had two. You had Brian's stuff, and then you were
Yes.
testing. I don't want to butcher it. What's it called?
Publishing performance.
Publishing performance. So,
Yeah.
okay, is there any updates? Do you have any news on that, or
Yes. Unfortunately, Brian Cohen's Done For You Amazon ads did not work for me at all. I actually lost a
okay?
lot of money. I think I lost $6,000. I have
Oh,
been, oh, I know, because
ouch.
it's $2,000 a month for 4 months, plus your ad spend. So obviously there were some ads that made a bit of money, and it's hard to tell, like, because it's a whole system, right? That you can't tell like one ad made this much money. Yes, you can see the attribution, but we all know it's more complicated than that. So I'm not
Yes.
saying like if his ad showed a 700% ACOS, that is the true ACOS. I know that's not true. I know their page reads. I know that it could have meant another sale at a different time for that reader. So I know it's complicated and it's very difficult to work out a true ROI. But at the same time, since starting working with him and finishing working with him, I basically lost money on
Okay.
my ad dashboard. Plus, I paid that 8 grand retainer. So when I spoke to him about it, we went a bit back and forth. He was trying to explain like you can't really judge the ROI now. I'm like, I know, but I still lost a lot of money. Like my bank account doesn't lie, right?
Yeah, it's not six
So
hundred or $60. Like it's like
yeah, yeah.
it's a lot of
So
money.
he agreed to refund me the last payment. So that was
Okay.
about 2,000. So that's why I say I think I lost about 6,000 in the end. Maybe I lost
Okay.
4,000, maybe I lost 8,000.
But you
It's
lost,
very
yeah.
difficult to work out, but it certainly
Okay.
wasn't working for me. I definitely lost money. Unfortunately,
Okay.
he was a very nice guy about it. He doesn't give refunds often, so I think yeah.
Oh, well, that's
So
decent, yeah. And also,
yeah,
I just think in general, I'm sorry, I think that indies are just becoming so savvy that people that are doing done for you stuff is not as effective as it was when nobody knew anything and there were a few really elite
yes,
professionals. Do you know what
yeah,
I
but
mean?
yeah, but I don't know a lot about Amazon ads. I mean, or maybe I know more than I think. I don't know, but I'm not confident with Amazon ads at all. I've been doing it for years, and
No,
I can
I
never
just
get them to
mean,
spend money.
yeah, I just mean I think more people are doing it effectively.
Yes,
So the
yes,
competition is harder for him
yeah,
when
yeah.
he's
No,
bidding,
I
you
see.
know?
Yes,
Do you see
yes,
what I mean? So I think a
yeah.
lot of people are getting good at it, and now to bid against those people is getting tougher and tougher.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean,
Um,
the cost per click now compared to when I started doing AMS ads like 6 years ago, oh no, 5 years. It's crazy. I mean, I used to get away with the tiny little amounts per click, and now they want you
yes.
to spend $1.5 per click. I mean, it's crazy.
What
Also,
is the max on the KU again? They will
3,000
only pay you
pages.
up to how much?
3,000 pages.
Do you know what that roughly converts to in terms of, is it a 6 book series? Is it a 12
Yeah,
book series?
it's a short book, a 6 book series. So Blood Magic comes out to about 3,000 page
Okay.
read, and
Okay.
Curse
Oh,
Breaker I
wow.
think is 5,000 page read, something like that. So just to show people, a Curse Breaker book is that thick. Six of them,
Okay.
I think, is about
Okay.
5,000 page reads, and Blood Magic, that's a lot shorter. That's 50,000 words.
Okay. So those are half.
Yeah, they have half. Yeah,
So you're looking at about 300,000 words you're going to get paid on, maybe 350.
you get paid for up to 3,000 pages
Yes, but I'm saying if you convert
per
that to your
product.
words, it's about
Oh, it's
300,000
words,
words.
500,000
Okay.
words, because
Okay.
that would be six. Let's just start the mathing again.
I thought it was 300 because
It is 300 because it's 6 times 50. It's 300.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, 300,000.
300,000 words.
Okay, so if you theoretically write a series that's 300,000 words, and if you write a series that's 600,000 words, you're going to get paid the same on KU.
Not quite. So I realize the math isn't working out here, but I do get paid more on Curse
Oh, do
Breaker.
you? Okay.
So
Maybe it is higher. Maybe it's 500. Maybe there
yeah,
is a like a lean into it.
I wouldn't want to write a series much more than 300,000 words because you just
Really?
don't get the just don't get you don't get paid for the rest of those page reads.
So why am I trying to write six book series longer? Or am I trying to write six book 50,000 word series?
Yeah, you shouldn't be trying to write longer. And with your romance, you can keep it short because that fits
Yes.
the genre, right? But when it
Okay.
comes to romantasy, the books do need to be longer.
So they
And
run
then
longer for story. Yeah.
maybe release the box sets like, but oh, you do one to three as the first box set and one to three as the second box set, and then you get paid for
Okay.
all those reads, all those
Okay.
pages.
Okay. Well, that's something I can talk about when we get there, because by then we should,
Yeah, but it's good to know because
Um,
a lot of people don't know that there's a maximum page reads that you get paid for. I mean, I didn't know that up until I think 6 months ago.
but then why are you still promoting yours as long? Like, for example, Curse Breaker
It's
is
okay
six.
because it just does so well. Like
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not going to mess with it.
Yes, if it's working, it's working.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, so that's Brian Cohen. Didn't really work out, so you've pulled from that. And what about Pub?
publishing performance.
That's it. That's it. It was on the tip of my tongue. How's
So
that been?
that's
Because that's that app you learned about at the
yeah.
conference.
At the Civil conference, I met
Yes.
Teddy Smith, and I always want to call him Teddy Swims,
Oh,
Teddy Smith.
sweet.
And yeah, he's got this AI software that basically creates and manages Amazon ads for you. So,
Yes.
I mean, the idea is amazing. I love it. I got very excited about it. I signed up when they were still doing I think they're still doing a first 3 month trial. So I encourage everyone to sign up because maybe it works for them. And then see if it's worth paying the subscription once that's over. But it started very strong, and I got a lot more sales than I expected. And then when it was time for me to analyze the ads, I had to stop about half of them because they were overspending. The
Okay.
rest seemed to still be going quite well. And then since then, I think I've cut again. So I think I've got about 25% of the ads running that were originally created by the app. And I think it's been quite good. I mean, I'm happy with it. I have like in your ads dashboard, it says publishing performance ad. So you know which ones are from them and which ones are your own. And
Okay.
yeah, I've got quite a few still running for them that are doing well. The great thing about it is their dashboard is so user friendly. In my publishing performance dashboard, I've got all the little drop downs, all the markets. So if I want to see how much I spent in Italy on Thursday, I just go Italy Thursday, and the
Oh,
information's there. It's
wow.
so easy, and it's just as easy
Okay.
to set up those ads. You say, okay, I
And
want
are,
an
and are
Italian.
you seeing the sales at the same time, or do you have to go into your dash to see that?
The sales are there. The sales are on
Okay.
your dashboard. It's
So
it's
it's
it's a
quite
great,
comparable.
yeah, it's a fantastic dashboard. It's simple, it's user friendly. So and this is how easy it is to create an ad. So you say, okay, new ad, you choose a marketplace, you choose a book, and you say create.
No.
It's amazing. It's amazing. That's why I love it. But
Oh, yeah, yeah. You like it quick and easy, quick and dirty.
yeah. Look, they're not all going to be stellar ads that make
Yes.
money. You are going to have to manage it. And you can keep changing the budget if you like. So you can start off with
Okay.
a conservative budget, a medium budget, or an aggressive budget. And then you can
Okay.
go and change that at any time. You just click into the little book cover there and you change it. It's super easy to use.
Is it
What I still need
expensive?
to do, so it was 40, I think it was $40 a month, and I think it's gone up to $60 a month. So that
Okay.
sounds expensive, but if you compare it to like paying a team $2,000 a month, like I was,
Yes.
then it's super affordable.
Reasonable. And if you get a few
But
working ads.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I got a few working ads. Now, I think I need to speak to him because I don't know what to do next. So I've got those ads running. I've harvested the ones that weren't working, blah blah blah. Like now what? Because you need to always do new ads, right? Or don't you? I don't know. So I need to just ask what the next phase is.
Because there's no way the potato can just rest.
No, it's like so
I would
let's say
be
I've
like,
got
it's not broken. Don't fix it. JT's like, come on, let's level this up. Let's level this up.
no, so let's say I've got 20 publishing performance ads running, right? And
Yeah.
they're not like spending enough, or like what do I do? Like now what do I do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So how do you increase? But what do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I did go into the dashboard and change my conservative budget to medium or medium to aggressive, and you up it to like I've upped the successful ads to $1,000 a month.
Okay.
Um, but now what? Like
Yeah.
if it's doing well, I want it to do better.
Yes. Yes.
or just more. I just want it to scale. But at the same time, this is not the month for me to scale my ads, Delport. So maybe I should just
No,
sit back down,
just be the potato. Okay,
be the
just be
potato.
the potato. Let me be the busy bee this month, and you just be the potato.
I was such a potato in Sardinia, I promise you. I was napping every
Oh,
day. Napping.
oh, those
I was
photos made my heart so
reading.
happy. Also, I've got to tell you, you have the cutest kids. Like your kids
Mhm.
are so cute, honestly. And even James has got so tall and so big, and what a
Massive,
strapping
yeah.
lad he is. Hey, how old is he
Massive. He's 13.
now?
You won't
Okay,
believe
okay.
his shoe size is 11.
Oh
11.
wow, so friend. But are you
He's huge.
tall?
I'm 5'10", I'm tall.
Okay.
Why do you look so confused? Did you not meet me in person that one
No,
time
we
that
did, but I think we were sitting down and I think I was past. Do you remember that photo? When I was hanging on you. That should actually be like a Pen and Prosper like photo because I knew then how much I was gonna love you. Do you see? I was hanging on to you even then, friend, before I knew. The other thing that I saw, sorry to just completely shift gear, because I'm thinking of it and I know I'm gonna forget and I haven't written it down. We were talking about you'd been selected for the Prime Reading program. Do you
Yes,
remember?
yes.
And I realized we never circled back to that. So
Yes, so I actually, sorry, Delphine, I need to look at those numbers. So the prime reading selection was for Bad One, bringing out her bad, the Billionaire series, book one in the UK, and that started, I think, on like the 1st of June, or no, so
yeah,
was
this
it
episode was in May. This episode I was watching was
May?
in May, so it was
Oh yes, then
probably
it would have
June.
been for June probably. So what I did is I went and I just switched off all my ads for
Okay.
that book in the UK, just to have more of an idea of like what is really happening with the prime reading. And I think my sales have stayed consistent. So I think that
Okay.
it did help, but I need to go and look at
Okay.
actual numbers. I really
Okay.
shouldn't be
Perfect.
saying
No,
I think it was,
no, we'll
yeah.
do it. Yeah, we'll keep it as something in one of our future catch-ups because I think these catch-ups are good just to go back and like cover things that we've
Yeah,
done
yeah.
that we haven't thought about.
Feel like I'm so out of things now, being on holiday, but didn't it renew or something? Didn't I get it again for
You
this
got
month?
different ones. I think you got a different, and you've had quite a few. I'm
Okay.
not, I mean, I don't want to use the word popular,
I'm kind of a big deal.
exactly that.
I'm going to put it on my
But I
list.
think but I do think it is something that's going to be difficult for you to quantify, to be honest, because there's so
Yeah.
much else going on.
But switching off the ad should have helped.
Yes, it should definitely have let that kind of take
Yeah.
the thing. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to discuss before I ask you about the spicy book? Because this is hilarious. The spicy story is just the gift that doesn't want to give me anything. Yeah, right. Let's talk about the spicy book. So remember,
Yes.
I sent the spicy book to JT. It didn't fit in the Blair Butler brand, and I am nothing if not determined. So I was like, hmm. Well. I am actually just going to write another one, which
I can't
which I'll
believe
have
you
you
just decided to write another one.
friend, it's finished. It's finished.
It's finished.
It's 39,000 words. I still have to flesh it out. I have to bring it up to 50. But I now have two.
Oh
Book
my
one
God. Well
and
done.
Spicy Romance.
Awesome.
Are you going to tell
Well
me that
done.
I did this, made another horrible mistake? Because then I'm
Yeah, so basically
seriously
I
going to go.
hated it.
I was
I'm
going to say,
joking. I'm
I was like,
joking.
that would be the cherry on the top of this whole spicy journey.
Okay. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready. Hit me with your notes.
Mike says the last time you heard me giving you notes, he was surprised at how frank I was and how well you took it. And I think that's a very
Oh,
good sign.
I know, but I mean, this is because it's brand specific, right? If it was just
Yeah.
me wanting to smash out some spicy romance,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be having this
Exactly.
conversation. I would
Yeah.
be
And
like backing
it's not like
myself.
I'm right. So I loved your first chapter. I thought it was
Okay.
excellent. I think it's really funny that it did kind of happen in real life. You've obviously made it a lot more entertaining, but I absolutely
Yes.
loved it. I think as a first chapter, it's amazing.
Okay, yay.
So I don't know if you want to, so, for people listening, we should probably just tell them what the beginning of the book is, because otherwise we're going to be talking and they're going to be lost. So do you want to just
Yes.
give a three-sentence
Okay.
summary of chapter one?
So it's a funeral scene and a girl sitting in a funeral who is clearly heartbroken at the loss of this man that she was clearly having an affair with while his wife sobs in the few. She is heartbroken and thinking this man who was going to leave his wife and for her and they were going to have this epic love story. He's now gone and a woman walks in through the back of the church in a very sexy woman in a very sexy dress and kind of gets to the front, peels off her panties, drops them on the funeral, and basically says, like, these are for you. And you then, as the reader, realize that he's clearly been a little bit of a man whore. And she was not special.
Yes.
Is that it? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty much it.
I think it was brilliant. It was surprising, it was shocking, there was emotion in there. It was fantastic. And I think when you distill that down to a hook and you put that on TikTok, I think it's going to be amazing. Like, what an amazing hook that is for a book. I would definitely buy it.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so I love the first chapter. Don't hate me for saying this, but I would rewrite it. So I wouldn't change anything that actually happens in the scene because it's perfect. I would just rewrite it to make it more surprising and twisty. So what I mean by that is like, so this is just, remember, this is just my opinion on how I would write it. But basically, you open, I'm going to say it like a movie. You open on the picture of the guy, right? There's a framed picture of the dead guy.
Yes.
You open on that picture and you're in a church and she's thinking how much she loves him. So like you're thinking, oh, are they getting married? Like you think
Okay,
like
got you.
the happy
Yes.
occasion. She's like, she loves him so much, she'll do anything for him. Okay, then you kind of zoom out a bit and it's a framed picture. This isn't real. I mean, he's not there standing, it's a picture of him and there's a coffin. And then it's like, oh shit, he's
Oh,
dead.
that's clever. Yes, yes.
And then she starts like saying how heartbroken she is and that we're going to have this amazing life together. Da, da, da. Then you zoom out even more and you see his wife, his
Yes. Crying in the
widow,
front.
crying. And you're like, oh shit, he was married. And she thinks she has this thing. And then like you go into the motions of that a bit. And then the other woman walks in and then she feels that absolute betrayal.
I love that idea of starting more on the image.
Yeah, just to keep the chapter like
Tension,
going and
ratchet the
interesting
tension
and yeah,
as
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think, as a general rule, if you can try and do that in all your writing, obviously not that intense because it's the first chapter and it is good to have like a really intense first chapter, but just in general to like just keep keep some of the information back so that you reveal it in a way that is interesting and surprising and satisfying for the reader. But I did absolutely love that first chapter, and then so I've only read. I think you sent me 6 chapters.
Yeah, it wasn't much, friend. It wasn't
Yeah,
much.
I've only read 5 or 6 chapters, and there is no life and death yet, but I'm sure that we'll get there. Because what I couldn't get from the first 6 chapters is the like what is the conflict? So I
Okay.
wrote here needs more conflict. Like I didn't see the conflict, and I think that you can definitely introduce that. Even though the brother, he's the main male character, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what's his name again?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. I I think he should come across as like really awful in the beginning because just to up that conflict. So like he is nice to her from the beginning and then she goes with him. So let's just paint the scene for the listeners. She is broke, broke, broke. She's like desperately, she just wanted to have some what milk for her cornflakes or something because she's got no food in her apartment. The heating's off, like it's a disaster. It's the low point in her life. And he sees her and he kind of rescues her, right?
Yes.
So that rescue thing is great. We'll talk about universal fantasies in one of the upcoming podcasts soon because I've just read the book. But that rescue is would be a good universal fantasy, but there's no conflict. And at this stage of the book, you need conflict. You can't have a rescue happening in the beginning like that. So yes, he can rescue her over time, over the book, but in the beginning, I think he needs to be a complete bastard about it and basically kidnap her because
Okay.
that is a universal fantasy. Someone that it's like Beauty and the Beast. The Beast comes
Okay.
in and takes you out of your normal, boring, shitty life and transplants you into this like amazing life. But he's still a beast, you know.
Okay. Got you.
But the universal fantasy is the beast taking her out of her life that she doesn't want and putting her in a completely different life. And thereby, and by doing that, rescuing her and showing that he's not really a beast. You're basically writing Beauty and the Beast. That's what I'm telling you.
I feel like it's plagiarism, but okay.
The only reason I say that is because I was reading your pages and reading the Universal Fantasies book at the same time on holiday.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh my
Okay.
God, like you've got some Universal Fantasies going on.
Can it not be more that he is, does he have to be a bastard as in like he can have so, or can it be more that because of her pride, she doesn't want to go and it's more from her. She's almost holding herself back. Does that make sense?
Yes, as long as there's lots of conflict. Look, he doesn't have
Conflict.
he's not a beast deep down in his heart. He's acting
Yeah.
like a beast because he's getting her out of that
Yeah.
dangerous situation. He's gonna get that building that she's living in. What's it called when you like shut down a building?
Condemned. Yeah.
Damn, he's gonna force her to move in with him to
Okay.
protect her,
Got you.
right?
Yeah.
But she's
Yeah.
gonna be like,
Yeah.
how can this guy come in and condemn my building and basically fireman carry her out of a dangerous situation? How dare he, But in the
Yeah.
end,
Yeah.
really, he's pretty much
Okay.
saved her life. You need conflict. There's no conflict in the first few chapters.
Okay.
I just said there needs to be more conflict. So does he like physically carry her out against her will, basically imprison her because he's not going to let her out because she's going to go back to the dangerous building. Um, she loses her home, and then I thought the analogy would be like it's like trying to save a drenched kitten in a storm. Like the kitten will hiss and claw at you and not want you to save
Yes.
it, but basically that's what he's doing. And then I said also that they need to be more different because it would be great if he was like a super rich billionaire guy and she was much more modest, of more modest means. So we know that she has lost everything. So she is obviously more modest. But even in her personality, maybe she shouldn't know about a lot about designer shoes or that kind of thing because they need to be more different.
Okay.
Or was she completely in that billionaire world? I don't think she was. I think she was working for a billionaire, and that's very different. They just need to be different because they don't have to be opposites attract, but if they're too similar, then again, there's just no tension. There needs to be a big, bold love story. So
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that.
Okay. Got you.
And maybe you need to build up to that, and I understand that, but it's a romance.
Yeah.
Oh, and I wanted to ask you about his point of view. Are you ever going to switch to his point of view?
No. Which one? The Sebastian? No.
Yeah, no,
No.
because some readers love that. The Billionaire series, I wrote the first book in her point of view, and all the rest are alternating points of view. And it's really
Okay.
great for the steamy scenes because then you get to see how they like feel about each other, and it's quite cool. But just something to think about.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
struggle. I've done a male perspective once with a Life Made of Lava, and I struggle. I do. I
did
mean,
you?
for obvious reasons. I'm not a guy. Well, and then I like it to be authentic. Do you know what I mean? It's why I've never written a book from the perspective of a like primary perspective of like a black woman or a gay guy
Yes,
or like I
yes,
don't want to ever get that wrong. And I also would feel inclined to do it throughout then, from book
yes. No,
one.
yeah,
If you could go back, would you have done it from book one?
I only changed because I had reviews saying that they missed his point of view. Okay, then the last things I was just looking at tropes. So let's look at your tropes. So it's billionaire, right? Um,
Billionaire.
maybe abduction. You're not sure.
Close proximity
Close
because she has
proximity.
to stay. So she has to now stay with him, firstly because of her poor, but more so when the brother comes along, the brother
Yeah,
says, either I'm going to kill her or you keep her here and keep her quiet, basically.
yeah. Forced
Um,
proximity. Excellent. Is there age gap?
no,
No.
no. I want to say it's not why I choose, but ultimately they both are quite happy to give her whatever she needs. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
So a little bit of why I choose. Yeah, I'd have to feed it in and ask for tropes.
Okay. Because we should really always start with tropes and universal fantasies now. Now that
Okay.
we are writing books like this kind of series for money and easy marketing, we really need to establish the marketing up front. That's why I love the first chapter so much because that hook, I mean, that book will sell. We've got that, we've got the hook. Now we need to decide on the tropes and we need to decide on the universal fantasies.
Okay. What are the universal fantasies? Are those just like,
So we'll do an
oh
episode on
yes,
that.
we're going to do an
It's,
episode on
yeah,
that.
it's
Okay.
definitely worth it. And I've
Okay.
got the book here with notes and stuff. So I'm ready to do
Oh,
it with.
divine. Okay,
But
perfect.
basically, it's a universal fantasy. No, you know what? We'll speak about it next time because
Okay.
it's It's a big
Fabulous.
conversation. Yeah.
Yes. So that's where we are. Okay, so once again, let's say written in the book that doesn't fit. I'm going to have 72 book ones. I also am very, 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 very excited to get back to my romantasy, we call it
Romantic.
now. That is cool. Are you writing yet?
Not yet. I'm
Okay.
really looking forward to writing that third fantasy series. Really, really.
Okay. Okay.
And then I also want to write a book about I don't know, like manifestation, magic,
Yes.
money, something. Like I'm not sure what it is,
Yes.
but I'm gonna start taking notes. But it's definitely in my head. It's like, no, you must write something.
Okay.
I don't know what it is yet.
I think you'd be really good at that. I really
Thank
do.
you.
I think you'd be really good. And then don't forget to include a playlist at the end.
Oh yes,
You've
that's
got
a
to
very
have a
good idea.
playlist. You've got to
Able
start
heart.
thinking now. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think that is us for episode 1 this week.
Yeah,
Brenda, is
that's
there
really,
anything
really long.
else? Our next episode, while we are on the topic, is going to be on universal fantasies. Um, so we will dive into that next. And but yes, I think we have peaked. I think we have discussed everything we need to. I've
We've
had
peaked.
as much
Okay, it's
criticism,
over.
I've
Bye.
taken as much criticism as I can for one episode. Can we move on?
I think you can take more, Delport. I have
Oh,
faith in you.
definitely. All right. Well, I'll see you in the next episode.
Okay, you
Okay,
then.
friend. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Why aren't you waving?